Lord of lords, God of gods, Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, as we sit before this tree on a beautiful sunny day, with your gentle, cool breeze, a bit cooler than most April days, we open ourselves up to the tree of life, find out what we need to know. Welcome on in. My name is Matthew. I pray you are doing well. If you're new to the channel, hello. This is the Path of the Joker, where every day you have the best opportunity to choose God and to keep moving forward in life. So this is our, I think, second or third Tree of Life reading now. The cards that are already on the table, as far as I can tell, correlate between yourself, the ethereal, and like your natural chakra pathway. Oh, sorry, I'm also stretching off camera. Ah, I'm just so grateful for another beautiful day. I'm grateful I have a consistent schedule. My days off are staggered in weird ways throughout the week, so that's why we have a reading here on a Wednesday. Wednesday morning. But we'll start off below Bina. Angel of Truth, Phanuel. That is the truth. I am enjoying this gorgeous day. Greatly appreciative of the Lord my God giving me new opportunities every day. Phanuel. Welcome on in, Phanuel. You are first. Phanuel will wait for your arrival. It was here long before you arrived, standing at the threshold to the throne room. You may not have borne witness. Its sound may have escaped you, but Phanuel has waited for you, eager to wrap you in a cloak of truth. Reality is ever present. It is a simple matter to find it. It is another, much more difficult task to understand that its truth can be different from truth. Hold the torch high, see what stands before you for what it is. Signs, a torch, wine, a bleeding eye. A beautiful little orb above the head, connected to the ethereal, Christ consciousness, having your chakras in alignment. Probably would have made more sense if they had like him in a cave, but the landscape behind him is gorgeous. Looks very balanced. Temperance energy. So you've been waiting for this truth. Or you're finally ready to embrace the truth. Congratulations. It's not everyone's cup of tea. 444 on the timer. Oh man. I love the truth. And I mean, I'll be the first to admit it that I live a double life. Because I mean, how How do pardon me. How does one explain to someone else their connection with God when most people, geez, pardon me, almost said plebeians. um, how do you explain to most people like your relationship with God and how He's worked miracles in your life, though it hasn't been posted all over the news? Angel of New Life, Sandalphon, New Beginnings, Twins. Angel of New Life. When the time is right, the twin angel will return. Sandalphon was the first, and now we follow it forward along the shoreline and into the water. Sandalphon's footsteps brings with it great fear, but also awe and hope. With each step, we move closer to the conclusion and a new beginning. Embrace this new epoch. What has come has already passed. What will be is still a dream. Sandalphon flows through it all. When a new era emerges, the blood of the twin angel brings fertility to everything it touches. Angelarium, too, was formed this way. So, too, will the next world be born in the wake of Sandalphon. Signs: a wheel within a wheel, a child, a spiral. Very Ace of Pentacles kind of energy. New beginnings, new life, fertility. We are in the spring season. New life is blooming all around us. Oh my goodness. My town is filled with so many beautiful shades of pinks and fuchsias, whites, yellows, some purples here and there. I got these cute little, they're so tiny, little, like an indigo purple kind of color flower that grows in little mini patches all throughout my backyard. They're absolutely gorgeous. Um, but then I also get deadly nightshade. So I don't really try to like mess around with plants too much because I know how volatile they can be and how easily they can be misidentified. But I'm still learning. But it's an important one not to mess around with deadly nightshade. And I learned that years ago. Maybe it was when I was 5, 6 years old. And my mom taught me about it because it was growing right at our porch. Um, I didn't find out until years later that it's poisonous. It's like, fuck. Moving on, a wheel within a wheel. Zachriel, Angel of Memory. And that's the closest to Malkuth. Grounding new memories. Tapping into old memories. Using your memories to ground your reality. Determining what you do like, what you don't like, what you will accept in your life, what you won't accept in your life. An example, a friend of mine this past week, I mean, I've known him for years. We've been online World of Warcraft buddies going on 10 years. Started struggling more than I did, and I did what I could to help him out monetarily. Random spots here and there, and gave what I could when I really didn't even have enough for myself. But, he didn't know that. Never asked. Never asked for anything in return from him. Always sporadic with his wasn't even conversation, communication. Um, because I was the one who was always initiating conversation. I mean, that's how I am. I've always been an overgiver, but this, oh man, the past going on 4 years now have been such a blessing. Being able to get back to who I was before my toxic relationship. Uh, but hey, I was just as toxic, Captain Save a 304. Um who says it? No, maybe I shouldn't, but yeah, just let him back to go let him back to the streets. Got someone immediately. I'm so grateful, man. You have no, I mean, no one really cares about what other people have gone through. 1133 as I say that. Not not out of spite or malice in any sense, but like let's go back to Fanuel. Truth. Most people don't reach out to one another to keep a consistent relationship. And if you do have people in your life, cherish them because they are an absolute blessing. But it's also up to you to determine which ones are meant for your life and which ones are blatant detriment. Um, and maybe that's what you're going through with your own angel of memory right now. Eternally lost, Zachariel carelessly winds and unwinds the threads of thought. Memory has no worries or concerns. You are safe to wrap yourself in the bands of time gone by as well. As well. It is warm and it is warm and safe within the fog of Zachariel. All you knew greets you, welcomes you, longs for you. The power of remembrance is balanced by the power of forgetfulness. Pouring memory into the cup of forgetfulness makes room for new memories. Zachariel is the angel of all memory, even memory lost. If you take something with you, you must give something, or you must leave something behind. Signs, a knot, a loom, a maze. Zachariel. That's beautiful, though. Just like I was saying before, you're releasing. What was the left side? Is the left side the pillar of mercy? No, not mercy. Oh, it is. No. Left side is sovereign? No. Severity. So that was the pillar of severity on the left side. And now we're moving into the pillar of mercy. Truth about a return. I only say that because Sandalphon talked about a seed was sown, and now the fruit of that seed is coming back. And even if you forgot about it, it's still going to help you out in some way. Because because even if you forgot, Zachariel didn't. Oh, springtime, baby. Suck laugh. I really hope I'm saying that right. Angel of Verdancy. Uh, just a massive tree ant. Oh, the beautiful elk in front of it. And one of it's just looking up at it like, yo, what's up? I'm grateful we get to see a bunch of new angels out here on the table. The wind moves through the grass in waves, carrying with it seeds of growth. As we were just talking about seeds. It flows across the landscape and burrows into the cool soil. Beneath the fallow earth, seeds vibrate and burst, changing the loam. The transmuted life already craving the open air and the ecstasy of sunlight. It is nature and natural for plant life to seek. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading my own cursive. For plant life to seek the sky and the blessing of the sun. With the simple act, no prayer, the dominion of Sucklaf expands. With open hands, Sucklaf denies decay and defies entropy. All is verdant where Sucklaf wanders. Let your roots take hold and allow the gaze of Sucklaf to fall on you. It is the season for blossoming. Beautiful! Signs, a branch, flower, seed. And not a cooking flower. Flower, flower. Like a daisy or a dandelion. Ooh. Angel of Mercy, Zadkiel. He's not really one you want to mess with. He's more of like a judgment angel, even though he's the angel of mercy. The one who meets our forgiveness, and the one who judges transgression. Zadkiel is the swift gavel as well as the crushing hammer. Those who have sinned against your fellow man, Zadkiel may relieve you of your punishment, but in asking you, submit yourself to the scales of the angel's judgment and wrath. Zadkiel sees all the cracks and seams of the soul. Find all the things we cover up to convince ourselves of the illusion of a mortal existence. Zadkiel reminds us to reveal our failings openly and be judged by those that have the power to forgive. It is only the just who may make such reckoning. Signs, scales, rising smoke, a gavel. A gavel. Maybe you're in a court case situation. Maybe you're realizing you screwed over a bunch of people in your life. And it's, hey, at least you're trying to repent in whatever way that is. But you also have to understand that you got to take your punishment on the chin. We've all been down that road, paying our own karmic debts. Just stay strong with your prayers. Continue to get closer to God. That is literally my best advice, time and time again. Keep trusting in God in whatever way that means. Prayer, even just talking to the open air like I am. with these videos. What helps more is that you say you believe with your own voice, not mine. You have to put that energy out there. That's why I don't go to other people to pay for personal readings. I don't want to give away my essence, my energy, to use someone else's energy. Because even though I'm using someone else's energy, I'm still doing a spiritual exchange of an extent. So I would be guilty by association for tapping into someone else's energy without their permission. But by you being here, by you watching, and if you made it this far, you're spiritually contracted to everything that you've already learned through this video. 21 on the clock when I said that, the world closing out a cycle. Just like I do here and there with watching readers on YouTube, because I used to watch a whole bunch of them, but then after going through them properly, I only watch about like 2 or 3. Moving on. Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation. First time seeing Hasmed too. This is I don't want to say anything too early. The Unmaker, a terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hasmed's hands. Welcome to the dark night of the soul. You're gonna feel like you're being turned inside out. 2233, as I said that. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be and loose it from existence. Signs, a hood, an eclipse, an empty field. So just like I told one of my friends, former friends, because he kept crossing boundaries too, so I had to remove him from my life as well. He was one of the first people I gave a tarot reading to that openly agreed to face on a whim. He knew like the struggle that he was going through, which is a beautiful level of awareness that most people don't have. He got the Hangman reverse. He knew that he wasn't sacrificing something. He wasn't letting something go. 2, 3, 4, 5 as I say that. So you know, if you've made it this far, you know what you need to let go of. And that's the God's honest truth coming from Phanuel. Oh, left side of my temple hurting. Thank you, Hasmed, for your transmutation. Now going down the center, Angel of Time, Remph. Are not all of his deeds recorded in the books of the Chronicles of the Kings? Message. Welcome back, Remph. Eternally vigilant and forever burning, Remph is the Remph is the movement through space measured out with deft precision. Our footsteps upon the earth mark its passing, for we are all bound to time. One by one, we tick and talk, and every life is counted, even as those lives pass. We are all sand and seconds and moments. All lives pass, all fleeting. Fire burns until it doesn't. Lives are lived until they aren't. Dreams are dreamt until we wake. Remph stands by all of this continuum. What better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the tree of life into Angelarium? Remph walks between the pillars of past, present, and turning every corner in every second. Remph's movements can be seen in our own as a fulcrum between moments. Signs, a clock, a torch, a wave. Another mention of a torch. Shine that truth. Shine that truth on those shadowy corners. It's disgusting, but dude, it helps to just release it out just for yourself. It's a beautiful release, man. Sahakeel, Angel of Sky. Up in that stratosphere. The shield bearer and the gatekeeper, who stands outside the gateway between Angelarium and the expanse of existence. A benevolent figure whose compassion knows no bound or equal. Sahakeel blesses and protects, shielding us from storm and fire alike. The sky forms a ring around the earth many times over. Its movements form the clouds, obscures the sun, and reminds us that Sahakeel stands guard. Signs, a shield, a ring, a blessing hand. A gentle reminder that God is watching over you and that He loves you. I'm only here as a guide to help interpret your energy. I can give my own opinions based off my experiences, and whether you choose to integrate that into your life is completely up to you. I have no control over it. And if you don't like the content that I put out, you're free to unsubscribe and not watch. But it's not going to stop me from putting these videos out and continue to express my love and gratitude for the Lord my God. Just like you, I know I'm protected. And Sahakeel is a truthful reminder. Final one. Angel of Song, Israfel. More fire, passion, creativity, adaptability, resilience. Maybe a song that you're trying to put out. The herald that will call the coming of end times. Oh wow, I was completely off. Israfel is a presence, a beacon, a warning. Heated judgment is upon us. The horn that blows the final call rests against the flesh of Israfel's lips. If even it is flesh. Israfel is both melody and the cacophony of existence. Songs can be soft and warm, especially when they end. Under the serene score of creation, the danger of total destruction is hidden. Beyond that destruction may be a new beginning. You must consider the implications of your actions seriously. Choose your steps wisely as you dance upon the cinder soft earth. Signs, a horn, the setting sun, a flame. It sounds like you called judgment on everyone in your life and you're just burning bridges. And now you're dancing you're dancing through the remains of those burnt bridges. Like, congrats to you if that's what's happening. These readings are timeless, general, and not directed at any particular person. This could have happened already, could be going on in your present moment, or it could be yet to come. I'm eternally grateful for you stopping by and watching this far. Please like, share us around, subscribe if you haven't already. You're a clown if you haven't subscribed. Take the path of the Joker instead. I love y'all. God loves you more than I do. God over all things. Seriously. Peace.